uh, the good Sir Prebear. Hey, Internet.
Hello.
Hello, Internet.
And remember to hydrate. Oh, drink water, kids. But yeah, we have a recap to go over. So I know I said I would watch the stream the day after, but in my medicated haze, I didn't watch the stream at all. So who would like to attempt the recap? Challenge versus my memory of events. If anyone. Otherwise, I could do it. Some gauntlets in your inventory. Yeah, it was the javelins. The bigger badder one is this guy right here. Oh, let me switch to the selector. Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, the big bugbear fight. Big bad bugbear battle. I think yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, Gundren appeared. There was some suspicion about his motives, which was confirmed when the trap came through. But definitely he had some suspicions about Gundren. I think that was discussed a little bit.
So nobody heard that recap because my mic was still muted.
I heard it.
No, we can hear
I
you.
heard it.
I mean, the stream didn't hear it.
The stream didn't hear it. All right. Well, here I'll do one for the stream really fast. Last week, before the big bad bugbear battle, the party crossed a chasm in a elaborate and intricate way using rope harnesses and gravity to create a zip line that you guys wouldn't fall off of, which worked successfully. As you guys then kind of that was right after you guys had finished off one bugbear, and then the other one ran away. You saw another one run away from the south. You guys came across. Gundren appeared, said, "Hey guys, come on, we got to talk. Follow me." There was some suspicion about him, which was confirmed by the pit and falling, and then falling. Bear falling into it before Godwald could recognize that the footprints went around the plate. As you guys came back into this room, Taliesin had never left. He was waiting. He kind of waited out here patiently and took a look around, investigating things. You guys noticed that with all the excavating, that a body had been dragged through here, and you had put some, I don't know, how to say it, surmised that this is the way that um, Yarno had his body had fallen. Somebody grabbed his body and dragged it away.
Hmm.
We also, during the investigation, like Lita said, there was some gauntlets that were found um, intact, unlike everything else that has seemed rotted and destroyed in the battle. So something about them gave a clue. There was notice of some spider sacks at the end of the hallway, so little egg sacks all the way back down at the other end of the hallway. All before we then started approaching this way, where you guys saw two bugbears encamped behind a spiked structure that they had made from. They had gotten some wood together in order to build themselves a barricade. Some missing doors and things around, furniture and stuff. You guys tore the barricade down and brought the fight to them. At which point they called all their bugbear buddies and had the big bad bugbear battle, and which you guys are in the middle of. I think two of them have fallen. Sparkle Gem is standing over one of their bodies as we speak. Pubert was the one who dragged the barricade to his side using all his big strong muscles, which is definitely a thing the party needs. That was very helpful. I suppose Taliesin could turn into strong animals. We could probably get some help there if things happen.
Hmm.
Turned into a swarm of beetles, which freaked Pubert out a bit. We also had Talison's arms turn invisible
Yes.
through a hit off of wild magic, going off from the armor that he was wearing. And yeah, I think that is about where we're at. Then they called all their friends into this hallway, and you guys are having just a, I don't know, bruise it, like a, this is like a street fight, like in this hallway. You guys are duking it out for dominance here.
Hell yeah.
You guys definitely killed a couple bugbears. In fact, I'm going to hide their rows off the spreadsheet now, so we don't have to accidentally think they are anywhere. And generally, I wish I could keep it together to try and figure out music for this stuff, but man, I am in a haze, so I do want to try and get that figured out this week. So maybe next time we can have some battle music going. That'd be fun. And the order, just to give everybody a reminder, our turn order for initiative roll, because we're still in that last combat, is Jerk, Sparkle Gem, Taliesin, Godwald, Bugbears, P-Bear.
So jerk. Okay, so
Jerk, Sparkle Gem, Taliesin, Godwald, Bugbears, P-Bear. That's the order things have been going in.
okay.
We went through a round and we went through the order at the bottom, and we are now currently at the top of the order, which brings us to Jerk, the Thief Rogue's turn.
Where am I? I am there. How's this boy looking? Is he showing
Oh
any
yeah.
physical damage?
Yeah, he recognized the bigger bugbear has been hurt. He's got some cuts and bruises.
Okay. Is it
Not much really.
possible to sneak in here by?
Not much really, but it's got some cuts.
Can I occupy the same space?
There's Pubert. No, you also have this barricade kind of right in front of you too. You're in a difficult spot to get in. You can't take up the same space as the barricade unless you want to try some fancy dexterity tricks to avoid getting stabbed with the pokey ends.
I'm pretty hurt as it is. So I'm just gonna take a couple steps. Well, a couple steps down here, and I'm gonna shoot him with Sildar's crossbow. It's a 17.
All right, and I threw that down for CJ. 17. 17 will hit, I believe. 17 meets. It hits. Heavy crossbow attack. Two-handed crossbow.
And sneak attack.
You do have allies. 2 allies within range.
So that is a 13 altogether.
The crossbow bolt released, flies past Bugbear, Sparkle Gem right up the stairs. Actually, a nice, clean, decent shot right into the Bugbear. Takes it in the chest. Ha ha! Yes, fighting, and he is stoked for this battle. And he took how much total?
13 altogether.
15. Oh, this is why he looks like he has more, because the calculation is off for him. Well, there we go. Yep. He's still like, ha ha, battle!
Oh,
He's into it.
I still have control of Sparkle Gem too. You might want to restrict that.
Oh, well, before we see some
Before we start messing with each other.
They're messing with each other.
Yeah, like that. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You could just leave me there.
I just undid it.
Okay.
Did you?
I
Oh, you
moved
still
her.
have-
I moved her back though. All right, so I'm gonna come back behind this
Oh,
corner and just chill until it's my turn to pop out again and shoot.
All right.
All right.
Oh, actually, you guys have killed 3 bugbears.
Yes.
All right.
Let's make sure he's a dead boy too. So yeah, if that's his move and his turn, that makes it Sparkle Gem.
Okay. So, Sparkle Gem, after being like beaten half to death, realizes the mistake she's made and just runs to right here. Turns around, crossbow.
You're gonna want to disengage first.
Well, bonus action, disengage.
All right. Because I was about to roll a bugbear
Yeah,
chiefs.
I thought I said that. I
Yes,
didn't
you
realize
did.
I didn't.
You did
My bad.
not. But all right. You disengage.
Yep, using bonus. Step back to here. Use my crossbow. Make my shot.
Bugbear kind of stands up to the side, lifts his shield and sword so you can kind of slide under his arms past him.
Yeah, I figured Bugbear would be okay seeing his little friend scurry the fuck away.
Mhm. Go ahead and roll for your
I'm-
attack.
Yeah, I gotta get to the right screen on my character. I was on the wrong screen on my character. I'm so bad at this right now.
If
Yeah,
you just roll it, if you
so
just roll a
bad.
d20, I mean, I got your character up. Your light crossbow's +3.
Sweet.
So roll your d20.
Yep,
It's +3.
D20. It doesn't matter.
It
I'm
does
just
not
gonna
hit.
say-
Your crossbow GMs. You're gonna have to spend time to get it free with your critical failure.
That's
Oh,
fine.
no.
I'll spend my extra 5 feet, my last 5 feet of movement to dip around the corner.
Tips around the corner. All right. With those, brings us to Taliesin. You are a swarm of
All right.
beetles.
I am. I'm going to. Hang on. There we go. I'm gonna swarm this guy again, and try to take a bite attack. Let me just pull up.
Swarm of insects has got a +3 to hit on its bite.
Yeah. Oh my fucking Jesus!
Is
It's
it
a
bad?
natural 1. Yeah.
Here. I don't even know how to.
I don't even know.
I don't even know how to crit fail a swarm of beetles. It's not
You
like you're.
start to tickle him instead, so like he moves out by 5 feet.
Yeah. I don't even understand. Man.
I would think he maybe swats some of your beetles for maybe gets an opportunity attack on you, moving into his space and swinging his hands around. I have no idea. What a
I would.
tough thing to do.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure on how you would do that.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Yeah.
I mean,
God.
yeah, maybe. Some of the beetles, just it failed. It definitely failed.
Yeah. I just wasn't able to
Um,
bite him. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and I can't think of a way to have them critically fail outside of maybe some of them ended up like under his feet, so you lose like you take a point of bludgeoning damage as he swats some of you.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Like as a bite, he's like ha 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 battle. He's into it. One of them. Is
Yeah, I can't really do anything else as this swarm. So yeah, I'll just stay swarming this dude. That'll be it.
All right, that brings us over to Godwald. Godwald, you have your spirit mace.
Yes, I'll spend my bonus action to have the mace attack the most wounded-looking one in its range.
Okay, well, you can see 3 bugbears from there. Let me zoom in so I can see their numbers. I don't know how you'd necessarily are. They all look actually. Who is that? Jeez.
If it's hard to tell, then the middle one.
I was gonna say 2. Definitely from your angle, one of them is more injured. It's the guy who, and you can
All
see
right.
him. You can see him. Really can't see how injured the one swarmed with beetles is, and the other one looks perfectly fine.
All right, then I'll roll to attack.
Okay.
That's an 18.
An 18 hits, plus 6 on spiritual mace. That's nice.
It's a spell attack every time.
That's awesome. Very helpful here. It's what spiritual mace damage happens.
And that's 5 in magical bludgeoning.
You're 6, looking more injured as the mace slams into him, and he's simply got his club in hand. It's 5. But he's starting to show some wear and tear.
And let's see.
Ah,
For my main action, I'll cast a first level Cure Wounds on Sparkle Gem, who's come over to me to get healing.
Yeah.
hey, all right.
Say what?
Well, you
I'll roll that.
roll
Yep.
healing magic.
That's 14 points.
Sweet.
Woot.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I'll step 5 feet out of sight and pass the turn.
Poor Bugbear. He's about to eat all of this.
Yes.
The lantern moves with.
Mhm.
The lantern moves with Godwald, still shedding enough light down the hall. And with that, we have some bugbears' turns. And now that I am zoomed in, I can see we have 2, 6, and Chief. 2, 6, Chief, and 7. Goes first. 7, 6, Chief, 2. All right. 7 steps through the mace, steps down the corner. Oh, whoops. Don't mean to grab the mace. And around the corner. Gets in front of Bugbear. Swings at him with his. Oh, no. his smaller Morning Star. It's got a +4 to hit. 8 plus 4. I don't believe 12 beats Bugbear's AC, so he's good. Injured Bugbear in the back throws. Come on, click the dice off. Collect that dice off. Throws a javelin. Javelin 5 plus 4 is 9 misses. Yep, and then the guy holding the javelins is holding his last one. He will also throw.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
The 19 to hit Bugbear. That does. +4, so the 20. And
Yep, that-
damage on the javelin's going to be 2d6 plus 2. Bugbear takes 11
Okay.
11 points of
edit
javelin
his-
damage.
I cannot edit his hit points.
Oh, I can probably, so. He takes with 11 down so that you know he's down to 21. If you refresh the sheet, it should show up.
Awesome.
Bugbear takes another javelin as he's attempting to block these. As he blocked one, the next one just comes down flying at him. And the Bugbear chief is going to try to attack the swarm of beetles that's on him with his mace.
Okay.
He gets a 12 plus 4, 16.
It does hit. I am resistant to bludgeoning damage.
All right, so then if you're resistant, you'll take half of this.
Mhm.
And his Morningstar. Oh, he's a +5 to hit. So he's big bad Bugbear. He does 2d8 plus 3. He's a tough guy. So he totals at also 11 damage. So you
Okay.
take half of that. We round down in our game, so half of 10, 5.
Okay. What did
Just annoying beetles. I want to fight.
Distraction is my game. Let's see.
And yeah, so with that, then that'll bring us back to the top of the round with Jerk.
Did Bugbear get to go?
Bear? No.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, Bugbear's turn. Sorry, he's not here, and I just totally forget him. What a jerk. So Sparkle Gem, Bugbear is in the middle of it. He has just taken a javelin. Javelin's damage.
Let me figure out something quick. Oh, I can't use his lay on hands as a bonus action, can I?
I don't think it is. You would look under his bonus actions.
It is not.
Yeah, if you just go actions, then click bonus actions. He has some spells he can use as bonus actions. Wow, that's cool.
Right?
Divine Favor, Sanctuary, First Field Faith. I know he's been generally holding on to his spells. He said it last time even, because he's afraid
Yeah.
of the big fight.
Yeah, I know, that's the only thing. I mean, I assume we're going to take a long rest so I could re-up on my spells before the big fight.
I have more heals.
Okay. Well, knowing that you have more heals.
I'm gonna be coming for you next round.
I feel like Bugbear, like hearing one Bugbear, hearing like, roaring going to fight, he would like also start roaring himself and be like, yeah, fights, and attack right at that one. Well, or the one in front of him. Either way. Use his long sword to attack. Let's go with the one in front of me.
Okay.
Wow, the dice
Yeah,
are not on my
7.
side. Somebody else should just take Bugbear now. This
Wait,
happened last time.
Didn't Oz say he was going to play him?
Possibly.
I don't know.
He's
Oz
waving
wants
again.
to take control. He's more
Oz
than
waves again. Oz, didn't you say that you were going to play him?
Sure, that was the plan.
Yeah. Well, I forgot it because she
forgot.
volunteered first, and
Yeah.
that just stuck in my mind. I forgot
And
about the other part, but now I
that
remember.
is, in fact, how that works.
Yeah, no. Oz could totally have control because the dice are not on my side.
Okay. Well, do you want to finish up the turn you're playing for Bugbear?
Yeah, I could do that. I don't think he could target himself. Well, that's a spell. That's a spell. And I think I have to hit for this one thing. Ooh, no, I do not. So, like, as his bonus action, he's just going to follow up his attack with his shield and try to shove this guy back 5 feet. So it's just a regular shove attack.
Which would be an action.
He can use that bonus action on his character.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
It's called Shield Master
If-
Shove,
And that even has to go if he takes the attack action. So, yeah.
which he
All right.
did.
So then it's a shove. Shove is contest, I believe.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
contest. 1d20 plus strength.
It's like a grapple roll.
Yep. All right. Let's roll d20s. I'll go first. This is what you have to beat. +2.
By +2. So, nope. Doesn't shove him back.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
no. I'm a +2. I'm 16. Bugbear's strength score.
Pubera is
It's
proficient.
+2. Oh, is he? So it'd be +4?
So that's
and
Pubera 15, Bugbear 16.
still misses. All right.
Yeah.
The attempt to shove, slap with the sword.
So
Doesn't hit. The attempt to shove doesn't. This bugbear is on it. He's ready. He is terrified of this thing of bugs next to him, and he is just on edge.
And if he steps back, that's 2 attacks, so I'll have to go up there to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Or, actually, better yet, give me 1 second to look at this.
He used his action and his bonus action. All he would have
He's
left
got-
is interaction or movement.
Oh, and if he moves, he takes an attack of op. Never mind. So yeah, he's just going to like kind of work. I don't know. He's just going to chill there after failing everything.
Takes a defensive stance, attempting to continue to use himself as a shield between you all. Which then brings us back to the top of the order with Jerk.
What? What's happening?
Friend sent a random link quick, and it just
Yeah.
all played, and I was like, wait, what? Stop.
All right, so Jerk is going to step out over here, take aim at the boss bear, and shoot him. And miss him. And then I'm going to tell Godwald, hey bro, I'm not doing so well. And then look back towards the bugbears and stand defeated. That's all I got.
Well, I can't search for battle music. That's easy.
My other DM had to upload a bunch of public domain stuff to Roll20, but after that, it sorted pretty easily.
Yeah, that's interesting. I might give that a shot next time. I don't know if you guys heard swords and horses and shit for a second. That was me.
Okay.
I've just been hearing tavern ambience.
Yeah.
Is there? I mean, that's just us, right? I don't actually have tavern ambiance playing.
Might just be something in the background of somebody's house.
Yeah.
Is anyone hosting a party
But it's
or
still Jerk's
washing
turn.
clothes?
No, I'm done.
You're done? What'd you do?
I shot a crossbow at him, then told.
None of that came through.
Oh, yeah, I stepped out, shot a crossbow, missed, told Godwald that I wasn't feeling very well, and then that's
Yeah,
it.
your mic was muted.
Oh, fun.
Your mic was muted. Yep.
So, yep,
Who were you shooting at?
the one with the beetles.
Yeah, the boss bugbear.
Okay. Well then, if that's all of your actions and movement, we're back to Sparkle Gym.
This is a super good turn. Nobody
Who's
even
going
heard me,
to
and
use-
they would have the exact
Yeah.
same result.
She's going to spend her action fixing her goddamn. Whoa, wait, better idea. She's going to put her crossbow on the ground real quick, grab her short bow off her back,
There you go.
step out, take a shot at this one. That's
Remember, when in doubt, go analog.
+3. So. Nope.
Jeez.
Yeah, none of us are hitting anything right now.
Yeah, it's been a few player turns since I've marked down some damage. We had a little bit at the beginning, but the battle is starting to turn in the Bugbear's favor, though it was definitely in your guys' favor in the big first half of this.
Mhm.
'Cause you've
Mhm.
already killed 3 of them, and there are 4 left.
Yeah, and then she'll just dip back around the corner.
Moves
Would
back.
you like to cunning hide?
Bonus action.
Yeah, I might want to, so that way the big baddie doesn't target me. What is my hide bonus? I can't even think of this right now.
3.
Thank you. 16. I can hide good today at least.
There you go. Should save that for your next attack roll. But all right,
Right?
all right. You're attempting to hide around the corner,
Yep. And then chill.
and then chill. And that brings us back to Talison's turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and bite the dude that I'm on. See if I can actually fucking hit something right now.
His AC is pretty high too, so he is a tough customer.
I can't even see what that says. What is that like?
It is
Yeah,
a 6
dude.
total.
I'm
Change
gonna.
colors.
So
Change
with
colors.
my movement, I'm just going to jump into this river and fucking drown myself.
a bunch of beetles.
Yeah,
Actually, the beetles have less movement than you, so you can't get that far.
I was making a joke.
He can't even commit suicide. What a day.
God, have any of us rolled over a fucking 10?
Yeah,
Right.
I hit a guy
Did you?
earlier.
16.
Okay,
It's
jeez.
like about
Spark-
half the
Sparkle
rolls.
got the 11, but yeah, it's
I've literally
it's nothing
missed.
great.
I've literally missed every single attack that I've done since I think the last one that I did last session.
I'm not doing particularly great on this end, but
Yeah,
it
I know.
is. Yeah, it's a low rolling day.
I know.
So at least
Oh,
it's
well.
roll low for mostly everybody.
I will move to this guy,
Up in his face.
and then, yeah, I'll just hang out there.
All right. And then that brings us to Godwald's turn.
All right. I'll move back up to here and make the mace attack.
Oh, you're not even flying swarm of beetles. You're a swarm of beetles on the ground. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense as to how you might not be able to bite them. And
Yeah.
maybe get some. Maybe
I'd
some
have
of
to,
you
like,
get
climb
stepped
them.
on with a crit fail. You know.
It does have a climb speed.
Yeah, it's got 20-foot climb speed
Yeah, I'd have to climb them.
and a burrow of 5 feet. We're in a stone cave. That could be really useful.
Mm-hmm.
But Godwald, you're up.
I'd like to make my mace attack again.
All right.
On the same guy.
Same one in the back here.
Yes, please.
Oh wait, was that the one?
That's the one.
Okay. Roll to attack.
15.
Yeah. Bugbears just misses.
All right. Then I'll spend a first level cure wounds on Jerk, who's come over asking me for help.
All right. Turns and cures Jerk.
For 11 points.
11 points. Nice.
Thank you.
And I'll step back over here. And I pass.
All right. Which means we have some Bugbear turns. And they go 6, 7, shoot 2. 6, 7, shoot 2. 6. Let's see. Real quick. This is an intelligence roll for the Bugbear. He understands he can't hit the mace. He's watched his friend go through it. So he'll shout towards he's got to shout towards the chief. He's like, I can't attack this. I need to get closer. And Bugbear man with the I could share a space with the mace, right?
Mm,
As far as I can tell,
I
it
don't
does
know.
not take up space.
Okay, and they move forward. They both move forward. Boss, move this for us. And he's
Yeah.
and he goes to grab the the wooden structure that you guys have pulled down and attempt to lift it. Successfully lifts it up. And he walks forward down to where Bugbear is and throws it down. Tries to throw it at Jerk.
Wait, I thought he couldn't.
It's going to be an improvised weapon. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
not going
so
to get.
to...
He won't get his attack bonuses on it. So it's a 15 to hit.
Matches. Fuck.
Matches, so it makes it. And improvised weapon damage. It's sharp object. You take 2 piercing damage, but the object hits you and falls. Let's see. Falls to the side of you.
Makes sense to me.
He's trying to make space for himself and his Bugbear friends, and he moves down 1 more space. Which means it's Bugbear's turn. Godwald Bugbear, you have just witnessed the Bugbear attack using the structure as a weapon.
Creepy. I'll just have
Interesting.
Pubert make a longsword attack on the chief.
You walk past him, all right. Bugbear turns to the chief.
That's a 20.
Whoa, nat 20s him. Oh, no, just regular 20s him. Okay.
Yes.
Regular 20s him still. It hits for sure.
And I'm going to spend a smite.
Ooh, okay. Was that his class action? Like,
It's a free action when you hit.
all right. Oh, yeah, look at that. When you hit with a melee attack, you expend 1 spell slot. So he's going to use a spell slot.
Yeah, so put in his 1 casting of Cure Wounds.
Okay, so, well, I'll just use it. He only has first level spell slots, so I'm just going to use one of his first level spell slots.
Sure.
All right. And then what else does smite do on top of the attack?
So that means that the roll deals 1d8 plus 3 sword damage and 2d8 smite damage.
All right, let's see it.
So that's 7 slashing and 11 radiant for 18.
All right. 18 total damage. Nice. Bugbear Chief takes a big hit in a bad way. All the things he's taken so far were just equaled. And he takes the sword with the magical blade back behind him as it slashes and cuts him, and he just, I feel so alive. And he's just having the time of his fucking life. But then
And
that.
I'd like to use the Shield Master bonus action to try and shove it prone.
All right. Let me give you the. Gotta beat a 20.
That does not happen.
That does not happen. Why are my rolls all the way up? Jeez. I am doing much better today. This tides have turned. It's a pretty tough battle. These guys are like, with their AC up and their single attacks and damage, they're pretty tough. So Bugbear Chief is still standing.
And I'll have Pierre pass the turn.
All right. Now we're back at the top of the order. Jerk. You're just attacked with a.
All right.
You're just attacked with a barricade.
I'll move up. I'm going to use my first attack with the rapier. It's a 16.
Total
Yeah.
on the chief does not hit.
Okay. Shit. Well, then I disengage and I move to my little corner.
Runs and hides, uses the disengage bonus action.
And that will be
Oh.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. And then we're back to Sparkle Gem. Dun 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 dun.
I couldn't get my mic unmuted for a second there. Yeah, crossbow attack to, or not crossbow, short bow to that one.
That's the chief.
Is the chief prone or no? No, he wasn't.
Nope, but he got hit pretty hard.
So yeah, 1 plus 3 does an 18 hit.
An 18 hits.
So that will be 1d6, I believe, rather than 1d8.
Okay. At this point, you guys know the bugbears, the general bugbears, their AC is 16. The chief's is 17.
All right.
He's wearing a chainmail shirt.
And Pierre is within 5 feet of the chief.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so that's sneak attack damage, so it's going to be
On
3d
top of it.
total plus 3. Or no, plus 1, my bad. So 8 damage total.
8 more damage to the bugbear chief. Takes it. Another bolt just adds to the. I think there's already one sticking out of him. Just adds to the rough. He just kind of.
Let's see here. Move 15 feet back and 5 feet over and try to hide inside this rubble.
On the other side of the pile of rubble. All right, roll me your.
1d20 plus 3. Boop. 14.
All right. I forgot the letter
wow.
A. All right, no, I'm just marking it so I know. All right, if that's your turn, then it brings us back to Taliesin.
I will. I'm just gonna bite the person I'm on.
All right.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Christ.
I'm just.
What have you rolled everything today? What have you were
I
at?
don't.
That was
I literally haven't rolled above 5 today.
a 2 on the dice, a 3 on the dice,
Yeah. I don't understand.
a 1 on the dice. Yeah, well, you had three dice rolls, but still, they are all below 5 on the die. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm changing my
The
color.
bites do not work. The bugbear's skin is thick, and it is just not as easy to penetrate as the beetles seem to have thought. All right. That means that brings us to Godwald. If you're not moving.
No, I'm not moving.
All right.
I'll move back up here and use my bonus action to move the mace to here and have it attack the chief.
All right. Attack that chief.
And that's 17.
17 hits.
And that's 7 magical bludgeoning.
7 magical bludgeoning to the bugbear chief. Taking 7 more damage. He goes, and he kind of is like, battle. You've wiped the smirk off of his face.
And for my main action, I'd like to toll the dead on the bugbear chief.
All right. Oh, right. Wisdom save.
That's Wiz
Better-
14.
Wiz 14. You gotta believe this. He's crazy wise. No, he's just barely. He's actually not horrifically proficient at it, or inefficient at it. He gets a 12 total.
That is a fail.
Fails. Roll me some damage. Toll these bells.
And that's. Do I kill this bugbear?
10 dong across the head. The bugbear chief. It's as this magical bell appears from his head and plong thwacks him across the head. He seems and now the wear and tear is with him, and he just actually looks like a little dizzied from it. He looks, and like he's kind of on his last leg, like he's barely standing. The bugbears in the back are like, Chief! Chief!
All right, then I pass the turn.
All right. I got some bugbears. 6, 7, chief, and 2. 6
Wait, I
will.
thought chief died.
No,
Okay.
chief
Not-
did not die. Yes.
The synopsis was close, but still not quite enough. This guy's very hardy.
Chief will not
Very
die.
hardy. And they're like, Chief! And what was the one's name? Like Dale? Dale, who he sent out to get the spears? I can't remember.
And if somebody yells towards me, I'd yell back, "Let us pass!"
Just Chief Hildo! And one of them runs past the swarm of beetles and moves into Bugbear. The only person he can I can run at a diagonal.
Does it move through the beetle space?
He moves around it. He goes right around it.
Does Pubert get an attack?
Bugbear would get an attack of opportunity as he runs past it to attack you. So roll for Bugbear's sword or whatever.
Then yes, I would have Bugbear use his reaction to make the attack.
Make that sword attack to that bugbear.
And that's a miss.
And it's a miss. All right. So then the bugbear turns and takes his attack on you for attacking his precious chief.
Jesus.
Oh shit. Well then.
And that's a hit.
Yeah, so he hits with his mace. He's a regular bugbear at least. So he's gonna do, and it's a +4, so it was a 23 total. Bugbear Morningstar does 2d8 plus 2. Wait, is that the chief or regular bugbear? Yeah, regular bugbear, 2d8 plus 2. Alright. You take 12 bludgeoning damage.
I take the damage.
Alright. And he's moved up. 7. Terrified of these bugs, actually moves back. Sorry to move you. I keep moving stuff into your guys' spaces.
Okay. I would get an attack of
Second turn.
opportunity.
You
if
get an
he's
attack
moving.
of opportunity as he runs from you.
Yeah.
He does.
If
Bugbear
it's
7's lucky bugbear does not like insects.
Let's see. Oh my.
Wow, it's still not above
Yeah, I know.
5.
and you chose Pilot 0 colored dice.
Hmm.
You gotta
Um,
match that.
Yeah, I might as well just like log out. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'll just start
apparently.
rolling for you.
Yeah, I'm like, what
Jeez.
the hell, dude?
Jeez. But he moves away, and that does let last bugbear move up into a space to give an attack on Godwald. Yeah, it's kind of fucked though.
Sorry, where?
And he crit fails
I think you mean
as
Bugbear.
Bear. Sorry, I did mean Bear. As the bugbear swings his mace, swings
It's
too
a
hard.
it's a big mace. Is he prone?
He swings too hard, fails it, and I was gonna say he falls a step forward and and falls prone.
Does he slip on a bug?
That's a crit fail, and he slips on himself, but he does fall down the stairs after swinging his mace and end up prone.
Mhm.
And just misses entirely. Bear glances the shield up with his shield mastery and manages to make him fall. So we have a prone bugbear underneath the mace. 2, 6, 7, and Chief. Chief with his
Let us pass.
on his dirty moment. It's like rattle. Coughs up a little blood as he goes to take a swing at the closest one to him, Bear. He can't pass and misses. The damage showing through. His love for battle having fled his body. Now a concern for his life. That will bring us to Bear, who is kind of surrounded by bugbears. Kind of.
So, as far as Pierre could see, only one of these really tried to attack him last round, and it was the chief. So I'm just going to have Pierre make another regular attack on the chief.
All right. Make his sword attack on the chief.
And that's a miss.
14 misses. Yep. Brings the sword. The chief still managed to bring his morning star up to deflect the blow.
And a hit or miss, I can still go for the shove.
Mm-hmm. When you make an attack. So yeah, you made an attack. Didn't connect, but when you make an attack. Does not say on a successful attack. 15 plus his, and we compete with Bugbear +2. He's knocked prone. The chief is prone.
Please.
Bear, sick of this nonsense. Bashes its shield into the weary Bugbear chief, who was able to not take damage but then fall down at the bottom of the stairs next to his other Bugbear friend, who is also prone on the stairs. And that will bring us to the top of the order to Jerk.
All right.
Please shoot the one that's hitting me. I helped you up.
This one right here?
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15. Place myself next to him, and I'm going to rapier this. Wait, yeah, I'm going to rapier this bugbear.
All right. And 18 hits.
All right. So rapier
And you have-
damage.
You have an ally in 5 feet. So don't forget your
Plus
don't forget your sneak attack.
Sneak attack damage. So that's 18.
Shing! 18 damage to the bugbear. How do you kill this bugbear?
Nice.
And so it just hit me, and then you lunge out from behind my back, and what do you do?
Basically, I just run it through, and then up, bisecting him from his torso up.
Sharp blade. The rogue keeping his blades well maintained, cuts this bugbear in half from the torso up.
All right, and then who else we have
Head off
left?
to one side, arm off to the other. It falls dead.
This is the chief.
That is the chief.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, if you disengaged, you could start like running up the stairs.
Well, so this one's dead. This one's still alive. I won't have my attack bonuses if I get up there, though.
You already used your main weapon, so you don't have
Yeah,
any
yeah.
attack bonuses left, anyways.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's what you're
But
saying. I got you.
even then, because he's prone, you do get advantage on all attack rolls against him.
So if you take 5 feet
For melee.
forward to move and go attack the bugbear chief on the ground, you roll with advantage.
I will do that.
You step over the one you just bisected.
Yep.
You can step onto his body, just
As-
standing in the space of it.
As he's still flopping in half, the bugbear chieftain sees me like dive through with a dagger, and then
Just
totally
yeah!
miss.
Uh,
Oh, wait,
do
you
you have
rolled
to
2d20?
do wild magic?
No, it's a different dagger.
Oh, it's a
That's
different dagger.
several.
Yeah, I was using my ornate dagger. I will, when there's wild magic involved, believe me, I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah, you'll have to say that you're attacking with that one, because I
Mhm.
know you have several.
So, do I get my to hit bonus on the dagger?
No, but you get to roll 2d20, because you have advantage because he's prone in melee.
Okay, I got a 19. It's my high
So the
one.
19 hits. Yep.
And then
So roll just pure dagger damage. Well, you roll the dagger damage plus the bonus, because it's the to hit that doesn't get the bonus.
okay,
Hmm.
Right?
I'm
Yes.
reading this. It says you get it to hit, but not to the damage. But I don't understand how that works.
Oh, it's the other way around? So the to
Yeah.
hit gets the plus and not the damage. Okay, well that was a d20 anyways,
oh it was.
so you need to roll the
Wait,
correct
why
die,
is it?
because you picked
You
d20.
had that. You had that problem 2 weeks ago from going from the auto roller or something.
Yeah, it's probably
So-
from my my macros messed up. All right, so now I gotta look at my damage. 1d4.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had that backwards.
So just roll a straight D4.
Get a 4. Get a 4.
So it's just the number on the die.
Yeah.
The bugbear chief prone and on the ground as you sliced his friend in half, and you run up and you stab him while he's down, and he yells, "Ah, I hate battle!" Coughing up some more blood, but he's still just barely alive.
Alright, that's my turn.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, if that's Jerk's turn, then it is Sparkle Gems.
Sneak out. Make sure I have line of sight. And then
It's a tough
shoot my short bow.
That's right through the wall.
Yep, so another 5 feet.
Yep.
Boop.
Yeah, I think where Oswald's arrow is your line of sight to the guy who's prone.
I'm
Darn,
not a rabbit.
okay. There we go. And
Yeah.
then
It's disadvantage because he's prone and it's a ranged weapon. They are both 13s though.
And it's so that's 16 versus 17.
Nice
Yep,
job
so
rolling the correct disadvantage on the macro, though.
right. And I'll hang
It's actually not.
Does it look like he could
So
get past?
actually, so yeah, so you just it's because he's on the ground writhing, and just been stabbed, trying to aim past jerk with him on the ground. You know, you miss your friend easily, but it's tough to hit him on the other side.
Yeah,
He is
yeah, I know
there.
Goggle.
He is there. All right.
The whole
With-
30.
With that, are you gonna move or are you standing there?
I'll just chill here.
Okay. And then it is Talison's turn.
Okay. So the boss one's prone, right?
Yeah, this
So I'll
guy.
just move this out of the way. The
Yeah.
boss is prone. That one's
No.
also prone.
I will climb on him and attack.
This is Bugbear Chief over here.
Oh.
This is Bugbear Minion over here.
But that was your old target if you want to focus on your old target.
No, I'm gonna try and kill this stupid boss.
Okay.
There's one. What did that even roll?
Woohoo!
14 plus
317
3.
hits his AC.
All right.
You'd
And
have
then
advantage on the
17
roll
meets.
anyways.
Ooh, that one.
You would have had
I
another.
finally hit stuff.
Yeah. So you've definitely hit him. Roll damage.
Yeah.
It's a melee attack.
Mm-mm. Give me something good. He takes
it's
11.
That's above
do you-
average.
How do you kill this Bugbear Chief?
Oh yes. So as he's like writhing around on the ground, I'm just gonna like the beetles are going to start going into his like wounds and just like eating at his flesh and like letting him bleed out.
Eating and getting inside of him.
It's gonna be very reminiscent of like the scarabs in The Mummy.
So he's just screaming, "Ah, God, ah," and he just goes, I at least died in battle."
Yes. Ah, Jesus. Finally hit something.
Yeah, and did 2 pretty good rolls on it too.
Yeah.
And I'll say he's no longer prone, but rather dead.
Yes.
Sorry to move you slightly there.
It's okay.
Would you
All
like
right.
to move back to the other guy?
I will move back on top of the other guy, I guess. The other one that's prone. I'll move to this guy.
Because that was only 10, 30. Oh, to that one? All right.
Yeah, just back to the one that's right behind him.
Okie dokie. And then let's see. So let's hide him. First, let's mark you guys down for all that XP. So the calculation is right.
The big guy.
And him too. Make sure you guys get all your XPs. All your XPs. All right, that leaves us with 2 bugbears in a hallway. That was Talison's turn. Means we have Godwald before they even get to go.
Let's see. I'll move the mace over here for consistency and have it make a melee attack on the prone bugbear.
All right.
But yeah, that
He has
pro-
a. s- He has a.
Bad.
s- He has a. s- No, that one's prone. The bugbear chief was
Okay.
prone. You guys aren't paying enough attention. There's 2 that were prone. One of them is dead.
Okay.
One of them is being swarmed right now and about to be hit with a mace. .22 hits. And now the number to beat is 16.
And that's 10 in
All
bludgeoning.
right. 10 bludgeoning damage. I'm sorry to move you again, Taliesin. I just got his number under here. It's 2.
It's totally fine.
2 takes 10. 2 is hit for the first time. but it was a significant whack with the mace. Kong! Just it kind of like cracks out one of his arms as it's laying on the ground. What do you do with the rest of your turn?
And I'm gonna use my action to toll the dead on that bugbear for Wiz 14.
All right. See if I can beat it this time. They do not have a bonus. Jesus.
And that beats, so there's no effect.
Wow, I should get a dice tray out. I don't usually roll this good. All right. Yeah, he survives the toll of the dead.
Noodle.
And that's
Are you-
head, so I'll just stay where I am and pass.
Stay right and pass. All right. Then that brings us to the big bad bugbear buddies' turns. There are two of them, one swarmed by bees and one not, or beetles. Bees? Bees!
Bees. Not the bees.
Bugbear hates the insects, but also wants to survive this general, so he's going to move back in to make his attack. Bugbear 7 swings at Bear with his Morning Star.
Mhm.
He's a +4. He nat 20s.
Damn.
I'd like to activate Bear's backup lucky coin and impose disadvantage on that attack.
Oh, it's not on it's on yours. It's not like inspiration.
It just says
Oh.
you can spend a luck point when an attack roll is made against you, and roll roll another die and choose the worst one as a free action. And I think now's a good time.
All right. Using the magical lucky coin that Bear's held onto this entire time, he is forcing a re-roll on that. I've got to read my lucky coin thing again. Uses one of his luck points. Flips it once. I marked it. Whenever you make an attack roll, spend a luck point. You could choose to spend a. You can also spend luck when an attack is made against you. All right, roll a d20.
And I'd like to use this roll instead, please.
Blessings from Tymora be praised. What? It's almost all right. So it's like the attack comes down on Bear. He's got the shield up as it's like hitting him. It jostles him. The coin from Tymera flips in his pouch,
And then the wind turned.
And the wind turns, and the blessings. You all.
And suddenly the bugbear smells whatever became of the chief just now.
Bear alone hears, "You're welcome," in the lady's voice.
Yes.
From the great goddess Tymora. Nice use of it. Yeah, good
Yeah,
job.
I watched a video about 2.5 weeks ago that the lucky is basically don't get critted.
It's a
don't
good
crit
use
fail.
for it. It's a good use for it, yeah. I mean, it could still be the other one, right? You could have rolled a 20 potentially.
Yes, but I like
But-
those odds.
But yeah, so Bugbear 7 misses with his swing. Combination of, well, I mean, just straight up the luck goddess's blessing has saved Bear a very damaging attack. You know how badly I want to just roll the die to see what it would have been? Just to be like, what would we have doubled?
That's your option, man. And also,
Nah,
you,
I'm not,
so you want to roll 4d8 on screen? You can go ahead. Just do it for fun.
Nah. I'm doing this. But then the Bugbear
other one.
swarmed with beetles will make his attack on Bear, with disadvantage, and I don't have fancy die rolls.
We'll just keep that one if that's okay.
Macros set up. Yeah, you will keep that one. Since a 7 is with the disadvantage, he also misses, thanks to the swarm of beetles surrounding him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's quite distracting to have a swarm of things biting you
Oh,
while
yeah.
you're lying on the ground.
Does
Or
he try and
swarming
stand
over
up?
you while you're on the ground. Yeah, he would have stood up and then made his attack. Sorry.
Then we use the first roll.
And we still use the first roll.
It is what it is. And does he try and move away from the beetles?
No, they are fighting to the death. You've killed their chief there. They want blood. And they're just Gramoosh, help me! Ah! It is now Bugbear's turn.
I'm uncertain. Heads heads. The one that tried to attack him. Let's play this
I think it was
streak of
both.
luck.
Both of them tried to attack him.
The
But which one are you doing?
The standing
higher
one.
up the stairs? They're
Since it
both
was
standing
odd.
now.
The non-beetled one.
Non-beetled one. Got it. Roll attack. I just need to know where to put the damage.
And that's barely miss.
It just misses, yep. Seasoned veterans of battle. These bugbears are providing maybe a bit more trouble than you guys would have hoped.
And I'll go for the shove.
All right. And I will contest that shove.
And there is no effect. And I'll have Bugbear turn to face the one on his left and pass.
He's got the high ground. Oh, right, because I took control from... I'll give it to you. Here, you can at least move him. Now.
I now have
At least
control,
move him.
and that's the turn.
Cool. That means we're back at the top of the order, but Jerk,
All right, I
the
can't.
Bugbear Chief is dead. The pathway to you to move forward is once again more available than before.
I
I'll
There are
move
stand.
two.
I
move that
stand
up
on the
out of the
What's
way
left
to
of the
make it
chief.
easier.
what's left of the chief, and I roll my sleeve up to show the branding,
Interaction.
and I
Rolls
say,
the slate up.
Gramoosh has forsaken you, friend, and I swing my rapier at him.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice little.
Nice.
Like the flavor, yeah.
That is the wrong one.
That is the wrong. That is the damage die.
Oh, damn it!
The rapier misses.
Rapier misses. All right, so then I will ornate dagger him.
Offhand gets your bonuses. 25, you dagger him.
Yeah.
Roll your D4 damage. Could have
And
sworn
that's
this was
it.
the opposite way around. I don't know why. I don't know why I was so stuck on that.
It may have been in other systems that
damage.
honestly makes.
Yeah, it may have been. It was 3 damage.
Yep.
All right.
Like I know from Knights of the Old Republic that offhand weapon attacks were way different in 3.5 than they are now.
Oh yeah.
I never play it. I just had the two things mixed up. It's more likely that I'm dyslexic than anything else. So I swap things all the time.
So
like
that's
that,
my
I
turn.
apologize. So that is your turn. Jerk's taking a stand and moving up. And that would bring us to Sparkle Gem.
Yeah. Got.
There are no more prone bugbears, so you no longer have a lack of advantage on them. But there are a lot of bodies in this hallway. This is kind of difficult terrain up these steps with all these bugbears at the base of them.
So move 5 feet forward. Take a shot with my crossbow. Or short bow. God. 13 does not hit. The dice are not on
13
my
does
side
not hit.
today.
It's turning around. Numbers are getting higher. But all right, crossbow hitched across off the side.
Yep, and I'll come right there and hang out.
All right, no bonus action to hide or anything.
Nope,
That moves
just
us
chilling.
Moves us to Taliesin.
All right.
Your bugs there is
I'm
dude.
still on this guy, right? He's still
Mhm.
alive. I just make it. I'm double checking. Gonna go ahead and bite that boy. All right, sweet. 18.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh, give me that good 9 damage.
That's a near average result.
Takes 9 damage.
Bugbear 2 takes nine damage. All these beetles biting and swarming up, and looks really rough. You're causing a lot of blood to pour out. All
Good.
these little many beetle bites.
Big bad Beetleborgs. I'm gonna stay on him.
Damn
All
it.
right.
Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head. I just watched the intro because it was horrifying the other day.
Beetle
Of the
what?
big bad Beetleborgs.
Yeah, they did like a music video, and it's just terrifying.
Mhm.
Accessing.
All right. With Talus's turn being over, is now Godwald. Godwald, before you access.
Okay, yes, this is too old for me to understand.
You're up, buddy.
Which one?
You.
Oh, me. Okay, I'll have the mace attack the bugged one.
All right. Little bloody bites all over the mace attacks.
And that's a miss. And
Mace
I'll use
misses.
Toll the Dead on the bugged one.
All right. Can I beat a 14, right?
Correct.
I do not.
I roll for 8 necrotic damage on the bugged one.
8. How do you kill this bugbear?
It stands back up, and the bell is waiting for it.
Oh, so the bell is up in its head, so as it rises up, dong! So its head is the... What's the thing called inside the bell? Hammer?
I think so.
All I'm getting is tongue
It's the tongue. The tongue of the bell.
in my
His
head.
head acts like it. Dong! Stands up and dies, covered in beetles. Not the way they thought they would
It's
fall.
like, okay, Google parts of a church bell.
All right. Do you have anything else on your turn?
That's
Movement.
my actions. If the bugged one is dead, then I'll move 2 spaces forward in difficult terrain.
You got it. These bodies are starting to pile up, making it tough to get through around right here.
And I'll pass.
All right. That will leave us to the last bugbear. He has up to this point not been very
It is whiffed.
friendly
It
as
is
bugs.
alone.
Swift. It is alone. It is
Oh,
a little hurt. It is a little hurt. It says,
It says, Wikipedia says, clapper. Which sounds weird to me, but okay.
bugbear just goes, Chief, no! And starts swinging a Bear. He's enraged as his chief, but he can't hit. And he takes the swing. And he sees the bugs. He goes and he runs away. So once he realizes he can't hit,
I'd like to use Pierre's reaction to make an attack of opportunity.
makes that attack of opportunity. See if he gets it.
And that's a miss.
Misses, and he's able to escape somewhat. All right. That means it is Bear's turn.
Let's see. Pubert will not be able to see if he goes too far away from me, especially over there. So I'd like to have Pubert take 1 step forward and cast Cure Wounds on himself.
All right. He takes a step forward and he casts Cure Wounds on himself. From that angle, he can probably see about that far up the steps.
So can he
A
see?
little bit.
Can he? It's like at this. So if stepping forward he can see the bugbear, then I would like to change that plan to going over and hitting him.
Okay, so you've got how much movement is he at? 30? 30, climbs up those stairs. Gets up to the top of the hill, and let's see, with your light shed, he can see about, oops, bouncing around, I would say, probably about that far in front of him. It's kind of coming up. It's kind of coming up a flight of stairs, up another flight of stairs, so it's not a direct beam, I would say, and you can see just about in this room. He does see a door to his right as he makes this attack on this bugbear.
All right.
And the light's just kind of just dim enough that he could, we'll say, see the end of the hall.
Sure.
See that he could see it that the hall opens into a dark room with a little bit. He could see a little fire in the room, but he can't see much else. The room is dark except for that, and your light's not shutting off up in there.
True enough. Stairs. And let's see. I roll the attack, and that's a hit.
Well, that hits.
And that's for 8 slashing.
8 slashing damage to the bugbear. 7. All right. Yeah, he gets
And I'll
hit.
go for the shove with a halt,
Doesn't
fiend.
look good. Halt, fiend! Goes for the shove. Let's do our comparisons. So I got a 14 plus its strength.
And then there is no effect.
16. All right, and he is still standing.
And I'll have him pass.
All right. That'll bring us to the top of the round with Jerk.
All right, so I've got 30 feet of movement, so I will move to here.
And then you'll probably be able to see up slightly up the stairs.
Wait, where am I? Oh, hold on. I was going from the wrong dude. That same place, though.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a crossbow shot at him.
And 18 hits.
And crossbow damage.
Bear is within 5 feet of it.
And sneak attack damage. So,
Total?
17 total.
17 total. How does this crossbow bolt kill this bugbear? Where does it land?
He
I
is
run
fleeing.
up the stairs and I said, I thought I already told you, Gramoosh has abandoned you. And I just shoot him right between the eyes with the crossbow bolt.
That was actually the other
Oh.
guy. So
I said it loud
So as
enough
he-
for him to hear, too.
True.
Right. So as this crossbow goes into its skull a little bit, and it just kind of Gramoosh, and falls dead.
So Jerk can see in the dark. Can he see any more?
Well, I
He
thought,
can, and I'm going to reveal that
is
here in
Pew Bear
just a
up there?
moment.
Because I thought we had the,
It's right in front of you.
Yes, he had his turn right before yours and ran up there.
yeah, I thought we had the lantern attached to one of his belt loops.
I am holding the lantern for the last 2 rounds.
Okay,
Yep, that's why it is that triangle
Sorry,
is
last
focused
2 sessions.
gotcha.
on him. But again, and it doesn't quite like reach the end of it because this is going up 2 flights of stairs and around a corner. So I'm still
Yeah.
kind of generous with where that light shed, anyways.
Yes.
But with your dark vision, and after I mark that bugbear off the sheet, what you see, let's say 60 feet. Thank you.
And let me zoom out. We are running out of map, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no,
I
there's
saw
like half of this place we haven't explored yet.
I saw the dark elf
see-
around here somewhere. He can't have gotten far. I might be wrong. but
Gundren
still.
Rockseeker.
I've been wrong before.
You see Gundren Rockseeker staring in the room, looking at you. He's just seen you attack this bugbear twice, and he just looks, and you hear him say, "He's like, once you're done killing all of my workers, why don't you come in here and we have a talk? And steps off to the side.
What a prick!
All right,
It
and
is
I
time.
have to go to the restroom too.
Yeah, it's time for our 9
Yeah,
o'clock break.
break time.
For our break.
Sure.
All right.
I think so.
I'm here.
All right. All right. So what Bugbear would have heard, but not seen, and Jerk would have seen and heard, was after you got up there and shot another bolt into the Bugbear. Did it die?
Yeah, I think you said it
Seven
You
died.
said
Seven
yes.
died. Yep. I don't know why. Excuse the loopy brain. And as it watched Jerk come up and kill the Bugbear, Gundren Rockseeker stepped up to the side and said, "All right, after you're done killing all of my mining workers, why don't you come in here and let's have a chat?" And so it is out of combat, I suppose. But we could kind of just go through off of by turns. So kind of since you guys are just going down it, we'll start with Sparkle Gem, then Taliesin, Godwald, Pubert, Jerk. So Sparkle Gem back down there, you don't see much of or hear anything of what happened up there. You don't know if it's dead. You don't know anything. If you are talking, your mic is muted. She's gone. Wasn't she back?
She was.
Yeah, she was
She
totally
was.
back.
She gave a thumbs up.
All right. I swear, I'm just gonna have to like put us like when I get my other setup back up downstairs for next week, just have a second screen up that is literally just the cameras, so I could know who make sure I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
But all right, I suppose now is the time for Jerk and Pubert to like a debate about what they would want to do here.
Okay, so well, what do you think?
Well, the last thing that happened to Pubert was that trap that Gundren walked, and that was on Gundren's respect. So I'm gonna make a roll.
Aw.
That's less than 10. So Pierre thinks maybe something's up with Gundren right now. What do you think?
I think something may be wrong.
Fool me
here
once,
too.
shame on me. Fool me twice, shame.
I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
known this is a trap.
Well, you would know what was going on if you didn't thumbs us up and then walk away.
I had to put my dish away. I'm sorry.
You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. But basically, you guys are out of combat there. But I was gonna say let's talk. Let's just kind of keep going through the turn ordered as you guys just kind of talking about doing, because Sparkle Gem, Godwald, and Taliesin down there, none of you guys
you
heard
actually
what
have
was
to
going on. You just saw the two
get
of them kind of run
You're
off and
watching
chase
where
off
this
the
says
last
traps
bugbear.
enabled in green. Also, you need to actually play the game to get the scan.
Explain something to the daughter about Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
thought I was
Bastion
muted.
scan. So what would Sparkle Gem be doing down there? It looks like you moved up and forward.
Yeah, I would like just try to kind of catch up to like find out what's going on exactly.
So all right, in character, you just ran up to Jerk.
In character, I'll be like running up to Jerk, kind of seeing the dead bodies laying around, seeing the door just past Jerk. I'll be like, so what? Why have you guys stopped exactly? And what's going on behind you there?
Pubert is waiting for the lantern, and also his brother, who will help him in this time of need.
Gundren's in there complaining about us killing his workers.
Well, maybe he should have just let us come through this way in the first place and they wouldn't have died.
It's true.
Taliesin, Godwald, what do you guys? And you're down
I,
here. Sparkle Gem walked up the
once the
stairs.
sounds of the fighting would stop, I would go up to Bugbear. I would choose to go here. Look him over, see that he's not any worse off than I last saw him. At least.
I'm going to change back into my regular form, and then come up the stairs behind everybody. And so
Nope, too far.
I'm over there.
I'll get you on. Sorry, I put you on the. There you go.
Okay, all right. I go over here, and then I will. Well, I guess I can. Yeah,
I'll take care of it.
yeah, you're good. And then can I do like a? What would I need to do?
So you guys are all kind of like huddled up in the stairs. Jerks shared this bit about Gundren's up there complaining that we killed his workers. You're kind of just.
I mean, personally, I'd like to find somewhere to take a nice long nap before we go into an obvious trap.
I don't really think that we can do that.
They'll wait for us. They've waited this long.
Do you hear? Oh, come on now! I won't bite.
You might have to just be a regular rogue for this one, Sparkle Gem.
I'll step up here, and can I do like just a perception check? I guess I want to make sure that there's like no other traps.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a perception check.
Perception. 4 plus 5, 9.
You see your eyelids pretty well.
Yeah, right.
You see into the room though.
Well,
Yeah,
if there's
dark
traps,
vision 60, right?
Yeah, but there's also a fire in here. If there's traps, I didn't see them.
As you look in the room, there is a fire. It's a low fire. It's embers and coals, but it is shedding some dim light a few feet around the fire itself. Let me just kind of read the room in general, actually. So you see some of the cracked marble pillars that line the walls of the hall. You can't quite see up to the north end of the hall, but you do on the west side see a table filled with various materials, vial, mortar and pestle, paperwork and things. You see a pile of paperwork here. Some general stuff you see the cots on the ground, obviously, and the fire, and you see Gundren standing over the body of Yarno Elberg.
Like, what?
It's just lying there. He's lying there motionless on the ground.
And as always, next time lead with that.
Well, he's the first person that saw it.
Yeah.
He's the first
Tell
person
us,
that
what's
saw
more
it.
interesting, alchemy or the guy we killed? I'm kidding.
yeah,
All exposition works this way.
So that's what you see in the room.
Okay.
Towson's up into kind of like his thing. Go with Godwald. You've kind of seen him move up and see it. You could say something to the guys if you want to say something too. Sorry, Towson.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I wanted to say, it's like, funny you keep saying that you just wanted to talk, yet you let us down. You didn't tell us about the trap, and why wouldn't you just let us come up this way and avoid the trap?
Well, you see, the deal I've worked out with the Bugbears is a tenuous one at best. But if you guys come in here, we can talk this through. I'm seriously rethinking my contract to have you clear out the mine and pay you, since I just lost all of my muscle. But I suppose I could hire you as laborers.
Okay, so what's not making sense to me is that you want us. You're saying that you want us to clear out the mine, but then you're already here working, and you have a bunch of bugbears. Like, I want to do. I don't know. I want to. I'm. Can I do like insight or something? I'm just trying to figure out like what the fuck. He
As
does
part
not
of
seem right.
the 3.5 skill sense motive is now part of insight. If you want to make that kind of check,
That's what I'm. Yeah.
The 3.5 part of sense.
Oh.
3.5 at a skill called sense motive, which kind of makes more sense when you say it out loud than insight for the
Yeah.
thing that you're trying to do.
3.5 is totally a different
3
game
point-
though.
Yeah, we are playing 5.
has,
A lot
like,
of skills.
30 skills. Yeah.
We're playing.
Yeah.
We're playing 5. So
Um.
what you want to do is what? Just kind of describe it, and we can
Yeah.
figure out the.
I'm just trying to determine his true intention, which is literally in the verbiage of insight.
Okay. So roll me an insight check, and also if anyone else, you guys hear you hear him talking now to Gundren. I know you're all still back there, but you are all still people with autonomy.
If anything, I would want to make an Arcana check.
Um.
These are symptoms of like.
Well, I'll move up if you want to catch something
No.
off of sound of voice and gestures.
That is going to be
We're not
a 22 on insight.
So you guys are all like, "What the fuck do we want to trust this guy?" It's clear that he wants you to step into the room, but your gut is telling you, something is very off. It's kind of difficult to discern what exactly is off here, but he's not acting in any way that you've known Gundren Seeker.
Yeah. And like you said, it's very obvious that he wants to step in the room.
Yeah, he's definitely. It almost feels like he's trying to lure you in there.
I want to put my hand up to the party, like kind of like I'm putting my hand back, like wait a minute. And I guess what do I want to say though? I guess can I
steps around and see him reach into a pouch.
Okay. I want to do, and can I do like an investigation check to see if I can figure out, or like maybe an Arcana check to see if I can figure out like if there's some sort of spell trap or something?
Put a bolt into glass staff now.
I mean, you just roll your perception to like see if there's stuff around. What you see is Gundred takes a vial out of his pouch, and as Yarno's laying on the ground there, he tilts his head back, flings it out, and pours it into his mouth.
I mean, if you wanted to shoot him, you could have.
You still can, maybe.
I would
Yeah.
like to take a shot at
At Gundren or
not-
at
not Gundren,
Glassstaff?
at Glassstaff before he wakes up.
So Glassstaff has been lying there, just like passed out, dead and bloodied. You see this huge wound that happened from when the ice knife went into his shoulder and exploded out. Like his left arm is just like useless and kind of dangling off of him. As he pours this into him, you see it starts to like shift and like heal. Like the bleeding stops, but it kind of like heals over. You don't think that arm's ever going to be right again, but he is unconscious.
So I would get advantage.
He's prone.
All right, I'm taking a shot with the crossbow.
Okay, take your shot with your crossbow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to actually roll that. I'll do that later.
Okay.
Okay, well, we
Take a
lost
shot with
my
your crossbow.
roll.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
We get,
You guys are
come
doing?
on,
Why
guys.
are this huge?
Like I
massive-
said, ignore all
Why?
of that. Because I
Why?
did something and it didn't go.
Scrolling
Because
up. Scrolling up.
Okay.
What?
He rolled
Okay.
a 14. He got 14 total. I found
Yeah.
14 or a 21 because I had advantage.
Yeah, on new
Uh,
things that have giant paragraphs of text, we can go and read
Chris,
off of D&D Beyond.
I
We
did
can
some
do
reading. You have advantage
no,
and disadvantage
like
at the
I
same
said.
time, so you just take the first roll
Why would I have disadvantage?
because he's also
'Cause he's-
prone.
He's prone.
It
He's on the
cancels
ground,
out.
prone.
It's a weird written way.
Okay, so this 14 hit.
Ranged weapons have disadvantage on attacks. I see it one roll for 17 plus 4.
The other one was 14, but it was above.
All right, I'm gonna go looking for it.
It's a
Yeah.
14. It was 10
This
plus
is
4.
this is fun.
And there's a
I'm
wall.
What?
sorry.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
a
what a good
complete
time.
accident.
You did it like 20 times, guys. Stop this. Practice
I
this
did-
later. I don't
I'm
want
not
any
doing
more of
anything.
this. I don't want any more of this.
I did it once, and I'm not doing it again until after stream.
You did like 20 times down this list.
No, that was all one
Roll
accidental test. That
But
was
it-
14 to hit.
accidental thing.
14 to hit does hit
Okay.
on the ground there.
You shoot him when he seems to stop being dead.
Yes, yes.
You
Once
put effort into that dead.
Once he seems suddenly not dead,
10
and the wound
damage.
heals over. So he gained. I don't even know what I rolled for his health because I have to go look for 15 minutes. So he's going to gain 10 health.
And
I don't
just
know.
Took that 10 all the way.
I scroll all the
And
way. I
you just-
see.
Oh, jeez.
I
bolt
see
and
Jared rolling 2d4 and getting a total of 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. So Yarno bolt falls back into his head, and Gundren's like, "What the fuck are you doing? He was my he was my mage. I was having him how to do these things. Oh my god, you guys! What are you even doing right now? Why are you coming in here killing all of my men?
We have a contract.
You have a contract to work for me to clean out the caves."
We're cleaning out the
Yes.
caves. That guy's tried to kill us 3 times now.
Yeah. And also, he was a member of the Lord's Alliance that turned on them and went rogue and started murdering people and kidnapping people. Why
If you
are
have a
you
con-
working with him?
If you have a contract with him, I'd like to see it, and I'm willing to pay damages if we're wrong. But I don't think we are.
Fine, I have it over here, and it goes over to the pile of papers and starts sifting through them. He's like, "I suppose you want to know why I'm working with the Black Spider too. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
fucking telling you guys. I don't. Healing potions aren't." You see, he's like getting frustrated. Healing potions aren't free. And he's just sifting through his papers. He's like, "I can't believe you guys." He gets one out and he holds it up. He's like, "Here, this is my contract with Yarno, and this is my contract with the Black Spider. You want to look at them?"
Bring him
Wow.
here.
Bring him to us.
Yeah.
Wait to
No, I don't really.
inspect this
You know what?
door.
I don't even really trust you guys anymore. Why are you here? What do you want?
We have a contract.
You asked us to come here.
We have
and
another
clear out the
contract.
cave.
I asked you not to kill anyone. You just watched me heal this person and you killed them. I don't.
That's what that was?
We've watched that person murder people. He's tried to murder us multiple times. He's kidnapped people,
Well, there's no blood on your hands, I imagine.
not random innocent people. We weren't
You d-
kidnapping children. Why? Like, what? You're like basically turning against your own organization and working with the enemy.
You don't think any of those bugbears had families? This is ridiculous.
They
And he
tried to.
starts walking away, and he's going to open these doors.
All right.
I'm obviously done having this conversation with you.
I'd like to roll
Opens up one of the doors.
perception to see if I notice anything odd about the room.
Okay. Door opens up. Allison can kind of see out the door. Let me scroll 50 pages down to find your perception roll. There it is. Which one's your perception roll? The last one?
Yeah, 20.
What you can see from here into the room as Gundren exits and walks out, you actually see up in the ceiling wrapped around one of the giant cracked podiums, you can see the hairy legs of a gigantic spider crawled around holding onto the back of it. And on the opposing column.
Oh, Jesus.
I had a feeling.
Well, I tell everybody, like, there are some giant spiders in there, so we
I-
should back off.
I'm going to inspect this door I'm at for traps.
Okay, roll your inspection. Roll your investigation, I mean.
And me without a fireball.
Roll investigation, you're looking for traps on the door.
Yes. I'm looking what the modifier is. I can't find it right now. I'm horrible at this today. Oh, Ron.
Is a 3.
Okay, yeah, I don't see. I assume not. I just scroll back down. Sorry.
Taliesin and maybe Jerk, you hear a voice from inside the room. Valak was never very great at deception. I suppose you would all like some answers to your questions?
Yes.
Well,
Can I see who's talking to me?
you can't see who's talking to you. You hear a voice coming
Okay.
from the room.
All right.
He goes, it's like, I'll tell you what. I'll order my children to step down. And you see the giant spiders crawl down off and around the columns.
Mm-hmm.
And this one climbs up into a bunch of web that's in the corner. And this one goes up into a bunch of web that's over on this corner. It's kind of hard for you to see. Taliesin.
Okay.
Step in, just like it's tough to see from this edge. He says, I'll tell my children to step down. If you all... And I will reveal myself, and we can discuss what you're doing here.
Okay, I don't want to go into that room because there's still probably at least 2 more giant spiders in there.
I
What
mean,
makes you say that?
What do you mean?
There's 4 corners.
No, I
Yeah.
want to know.
There's 4 corners, and I see spider webs creeping out from all of them.
Okay.
You could enter stealthily.
I am.
I doubt that. Not with how we've been rolling today.
I'm going to.
I have many answers to many of your questions.
I'm sure you do.
So I had.
I know all about you. The individuals who call themselves Sparkle
Really?
Motion.
What do you know about us?
Taliesin, the Wanderer, picked up a job from Neverwinter. Godwald, the cleric, trained in Neverwinter for years after leaving his home of Phandalin. Jerk, the failed thief. Botched a job in Neverwinter, did you?
Fuck you.
Bugbear, the older brother, who always has to look up to his younger brother for advice and help. Sparkle Gem, the gnome who traveled from a far land, a member of the Hand of Yartar. I know all about you, Sparkle Motion. but I'd bet you'd like to learn what I know.
I see that our name precedes us. Yes, we would love to know more about you. We killed a doppelganger that I'm assuming probably looks like you quite a few years ago. Still trying to piece everything together. We've had a quick couple of years. Years have just flown by.
I did expect you about 2.5 years ago. I heard you were delayed. A trip to a trip to a far off place, the dungeon of a dead king. Yes, I know lots. I know very, very much. My spies have told me many things about you.
Oh, spies. All right.
There is one thing I would like to know. Have you gotten the forge working yet?
I believe you've visited the Spectator, and you know the answer to that question already. As you guys are talking, coming from the room that Gundren just coming from the door that Gundren just walked through, you see a male drow enter the room. And he steps in, and he goes over to his table. I understand you have very little reason to trust me, but I will tell you that you don't even know who I am.
That's true.
Tell us a
And he's
story,
kind of
bud.
this drow starts going through some of the things on the table. Be like, I've told you, I've given you information.
You
I
haven't
know,
said anything that we
I
didn't
know
already know.
generically why you're here, but you haven't seen or spoken to Gundren in so long, and are you going to tell me that you've come here to fulfill a 3-year-old contract?
Yeah, we came here to find him and make sure he was okay. People in town are worried about him. They said he hasn't been acting himself. Like friends he's known for years don't know who he is anymore. What kind of hold do you have over him?
Gundren's been working with me. The cave is now mine.
He would not have given it over willingly.
Yeah, I don't believe that he would give it over willingly as well. I also what are you intending to do here?
Yes, we've been at this for 3 years, but how long have you sought the Forge of Spells?
You going to expect the door for traps?
Yeah, while everybody's distracted, I kind of wanted to check this door out too.
Well, she did. She's the only one not having involved in this conversation. What did you roll for investigation? It was 3. Yeah, the door is just
Yeah.
locked. The door's locked. You don't see any kind of traps or anything. And he was gauge this conversation. He replies back. Okay, what was the question in general?
How long have
What are you
you
doing
sought
here?
the Forge of Spells?
I'll let Jerk by so he can pick the lock.
As soon as I knew that the forge had been uncovered, I took action to take control. And I have gained control of the forge, though its spells, the magic here, is complicating its abilities. Have you tried it yourself by chance?
Yeah. I guess
He's got, this drow just says it's back to you, and he's just working at the table.
we have. I'm gonna guess that we received the same outcome as you. What do you
Jerk,
intend on?
Jerk with your with your earlier perception roll, You don't see any tripwires or anything leading into the room that might trigger something. You obviously can't see around corners, but there's nothing in that line of sight that's in front of you
Okay, I'd like to
that you notice.
I'd like to pick the lock here while they've got them distracted.
Go ahead.
What should I roll? Set dex.
Lockpicking, you have proficiency with it, so it's dex with your proficiency bonus.
And you have expertise with thieves' tools, so I would say to double that and roll +8.
Double your
Double proficiency and then add dex.
Isn't it technically a sleight of hand?
Only when you do your weird hand thing.
What's my weird hand thing?
No, sleight of hand. It's not a sleight of hand roll.
It's a tool proficiency.
Sleight of hand is attempt to use your hands in a way to hide what they're doing. So,
That's true.
like when you run up and you try to pick somebody's pocket, or
Yes.
That's true.
play a magic trick where you're like, "Oh, I dropped the ring. I don't have it." And they're like,
Okay,
"Oh shit, it's not in
that's
his
just
hand."
straight dex with a double proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
So 11.
The door is locked, and while you're standing here attempting to have this conversation as well, you're unable to get
Can I assist him to see if that would help?
While they're doing this, I just want to. I'm gonna. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. You were saying something too while they asked, so go ahead.
While they're doing all this, I want to pull out my staff and just kind of like, not in a threatening way, just like I'm basically using it as a walking stick right now.
I
and
assume you had it out where that's your main weapon as you walk up.
Yeah. And I'm gonna step forward, like just into the room. And I just want to ask him, like, okay, so where do we go from here? We don't know what your intentions are. Gundren's free to make his own decisions. If he wants to decide to work with you guys, he's allowed to do that. But I need to know what you're planning on doing.
So it's basically acting under the idea of a parlay here at the idea, but he'll turn and make the comment. It's like, and we'll agree. It's like we can continue this discussion, but but civil. Come into the room with me. I've already told you that my children come down, and actually, Taliesin, as you're standing there, you are now able to see the other two giant spiders that had come down here. Hence my anger for someone who I think read the thing.
I didn't read anything. There's 4 corners to a room.
You just guess the exact number with 6 pillars in a room.
I
There's
also
4, not
told
6.
him to shoot glass
I
staff
know,
because he
I
was
know.
bringing him back to life.
Yeah, but when you stand in, you see that they are there on either side of the columns that are down there. Also, Taliesin, now that you've stepped into the room, you can also see a 7-foot dwarven statue that is on the northern side here. This was a room of worship for the dwarves when they came in, and this is one of their deities.
Okay, I was going to ask about that, but
of note of the giant statue that you can see there, it has 2 very large emerald gem eyes. But you're able to see that and everything else. There's some supplies in the room, and the other 2 spiders that are down on the ground. And he basically says, like, we could continue talking, but we'll do it in a civilized fashion. Parlay.
Had I stepped into this room before I came in here, called these off, would they have just attacked me?
I didn't know if you would just attack me or any of my men. You did just kill Yarno yet again. So it's tough for me to believe that your actions are going to be anything but violent.
Given our history with Yarno and the many times that he tried to kill us, I'd say it was a safe bet for us to go ahead and attack him.
That doesn't make your intentions any less violent.
Oh, sure.
Do we agree to a parlay?
Yeah, I'm not going to attack you as long as you attack me.
Well, none of us will attack you. And he gestures towards the spiders. And they come down here.
I guess I'll step forward and then I'll just like kind of motion to everyone, like if they want to come into the room with me, they can. Does he want me to come all the way over there to him?
If you ask that, he's like, well, we can sit around the fire. And he
Okay.
goes and he sits on he just stands over his bedroll waiting for you guys to see if you'll come in and sit or not.
Yeah.
Cool.
I might give a second shot at the store quick.
Can I?
Taliesin, do it.
Hmm?
Taliesin, roll me a perception roll.
All right. Perception. 15.
Okay. See, there's something weird happening with the drow's mouth versus the voice. Something's words aren't exactly matching up.
Can I do what would that be? Like a wisdom saving throw to see if I can figure out if he's like obviously casting some sort of spell?
This would
Doing
be an
something
insight
weird?
roll for that. Yeah, to be able
Would
to
be
tell
insight?
from his gestures, motions, and yeah.
Okay. Insight. 10.
Just something seems off.
Okay.
Something seems off. Almost like they're not maybe matching up.
Okay, I will kind of mentally take note of that. I want to.
He says, "Sparkle motion. Do we have a parlay?" And he kind of chuckles as he says, "Sparkle motion."
Not.
I can see that your druid friend isn't unreasonable. Do the rest of us need to fight so that he and I can talk?
I'm gonna leave the politics up to him. I'll just be standing back here waiting.
Let's see. What can I. Trying to figure out if there's anything that I can do that would reveal this besides just doing. I'm gonna sit down and I want to pull out my pipe and just kind of like start smoking my pipe and like take a long drag of it and look at him and be like, not quite. Let's discuss what your intentions are with the forge and what your plans are for the future. I feel like now I'm like a dad. What are your intentions with my daughter? But
I would like to discuss the Sparkle Gem's intentions in the Lost Mine. Perhaps we can work together to clear the monsters out of the cavern and take advantage of the forge's spells.
Right.
I won't know until we all agree to a parlay.
I want to do an insight check as he's responding to me.
Okay.
God damn it, dude. Why am I the fucking worst at rolling things?
He does seem, but you generally get the sense that, yeah, I mean, even with your passive insight, you get the sense that he's not going to talk unless everybody's going to talk. He's generally afraid you're going to send a crossbow bolt into him just like you did Yarno.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually here. I feel as if not attacking you after you killed one of my men should be a good sign of faith for me. If you don't understand this, then this is your problem, I believe.
I'm just gonna keep insight checking him every time he's talking to me.
I mean, everybody else, what are you doing? Godwald, Bugbear, Sparkle Gem, are you hanging in the hallway? I know, Jerk.
I mean, I kind of want to.
You're done with insight checks for a minute.
Yeah.
You gotta beat on his intentions, which are to talk to you.
I know. I'm trying to figure out why his match words he's saying.
Yeah, it's just a couple words in the conversation. I get it. Every single moment you want to know. Got the roll. You're good. You're just getting worse and worse as it goes down.
I know.
So
Alright,
we're good.
I want to try and pick this lock one more time before going in there.
He can't quite see you from where he's at, so go for one more. You have a second lock. You of course you're a set of lockpicks.
Yeah, and I have thieves tools plus I'm proficient with them.
Yeah,
Or
you have the thieves tool and you're
them.
proficient with them. Anyone can attempt to unlock a door, but proficiency
think I
lets
have
you add the
expert.
bonus, and you have expertise in something else. Deception.
Deception. I have 2 expertises. It's deception and thieves tools.
You don't have expertise in thieves tools. I'm going to read your character sheet now, and if you're just lying to me for the sake of lying to me, I'm quite upset. Where do you see that?
Okay, go to features and traits. Third bold down, it says expertise, deception, thieves tools.
All right, fair.
So
I feel like you guys are missing out on a big opportunity to roleplay here. Instead of, hurrah.
I just
Like,
don't
you're gonna know
what's
if you
behind
talk to
that
him.
door. Oh, okay, so either way, that would
You
be
failed miserably, and you've
6,
guys
so
now
9,
like,
yeah.
jamming things in this lock, and you're just convinced that it's too old to work.
Alright, so I'm gonna pop a squat on this bedroll, and I'm gonna ask him, like, so tell us about yourself. Where do you come from? What are you doing? You seem to know us all pretty well. If you want to parlay, if you want to be friends, we need to know why, what you need from us, what you'll pay us.
Okay. So you're agreeing to the parlay, and you come in, and I got Sparkle Gem, Godwall, and Bugbear cowering in the hallway.
I stepped in.
You guys can say stuff to each other too.
We can like
Tell
We
each
can,
other
like,
like, I don't
talk
like
to each
this.
other.
Let's go. We'll come back and talk later. Like, you guys can say stuff.
Yeah,
He's just
I
in the room. He'll hear you.
if
fine.
if
I like that
if
idea.
we're all gonna go to the table, I'd like Gundren at the table too,
Well,
if he is actually still here and not dead.
I'll bring Gundren back. If you agree to parlay. This is a simple matter. Do you or do you not? Do we need to fight or not?
I'm sitting down, willing to talk. I can't really. I mean, I don't have control over what my party members do. But
I know,
I will.
that's why
I will.
he's
hear you
talking to
out.
Godwald and Pubert out in the hallway
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I know.
So
This guy
Godwald
has
and Pubert.
this guy has giant, huge spiders, man. I don't know how I feel. I'm not sure. I don't like this at all.
He goes over, grabs some wood that was from some old crates that had been sitting here rotting forever, and throws it on the fire. The fire gets brighter and starts to light up the room. And he goes, perhaps if the humans can see, they would be less afraid. The room is now lit.
Mhm.
Godwald, as you enter, you now see the spiders. I'm not around there. You can perception check if you want to look up on the ceiling or anything, but Jerk has seen them all.
What's the statue?
Do a religion check.
And I'd like to use the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
You look at the statue, and you're like, what is that? And you grab the book, flip it open. Not a Yarno. The drow is like, it's like, no spells. It's like parlay. And he raises a wand in your direction, waiting to see if you're going to cast something, pointing it at you.
And that's a crit.
Okay, so you have edge. The adventure guide flips open, and fuck? How magical is the adventure guide? It flips up into the page and kind of like urges you almost debating about whether it reads it aloud itself. But it flips up into the page and it says, "This is the temple of Dumathoin." Like this this dwarven god was known as the like as a master of forges. Built here in Wave Echo Cave
Hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
as the dwarven god of mining. It's beautiful. Like the statue shows the beautiful carved handiwork of the dwarven miners who work here, a testament to their skills. The Emerald Eyes here to give like the Emerald Eyes here to give more glory to their deity god. Dwarves would often come here to pray for luck and to pray for fortune on their mining expeditions in the cave. Dumathoin seems to have blessed them and greatly as they were able to take the cave. Though you see it kind of fill in a line. Now it's like, though it seems that he may not have blessed them after the battle that happened here.
No.
Dumathoin, dwarven god of mining.
Nice.
Neat.
But the drow, the drow, Black Spider, is still just pointing this wand at you.
I closed the book and put it away.
Parlay or not. Last chance. He is aiming a wand at your face.
Taliesin will kind of like look around.
Fine.
Like, what do you guys?
And please
Should we
have a
hear him
seat.
out?
And I'm gonna say role-playing Bugbear be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody
hear
else
him
seems
out.
to be doing it.
I feel like he would get to like the edge of the room in the doorway and just be like, I'm hanging out here because, like, no offense, but bugs aren't my thing.
He might feel that way once he's in the room. Bugs, you're right. But you're all in. If you all take a seat,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
the drow takes a seat as well, and you hear, "You must pardon my deception. I have many reasons to believe that you will shoot first, slice first, and ask questions later." And in front of you appears a different drow. He was standing invisible. Taliesin, you now understand that what you noticed before was the drow trying to speak in unison,
Mm-hmm.
the other one. And then he says, "And as I promised, I would bring you Gundren." And the drow turns into Gundren Rockseeker.
Nice. Okay. Would I?
But now that you know this, Valak, I don't believe that the deception is necessary. And Gundren turns into
I was gonna say.
the doppelganger's form. But the doppelganger is not nude as you've seen the others. He's wearing leather armor and boots, and he's got a rapier at his side, along with the wand that he was holding and pointing at Godwald.
Okay.
And he goes, but with this aside, you've asked. He goes, I'll tell you what I want to know is what your intentions are here, and perhaps to see if we can work together in order to destroy the creatures in this cave. I'll offer you the same deal that Gundren offered you, 10% of the mine's value, if you assist me in clearing them out.
What are you gonna do after that?
Yes. Ultimately, I want to know. I don't really
The
care,
weapon. So you asked, and he is answering. The weapons
Yeah.
will be sent back to, and I got to remember the name of this place because it's a complicated D&D name. Menzoberransen. Menzoberransen. It's like my homeland. They will empower my fellow drow to follow their ambitions, just as I'm following mine. Also, Godwall, do you have the torch lit in here, pointing somewhere? I'll move that around.
I would turn the lantern off when the fire lit, if it
Okay.
if it reveals the entire room.
Whoop. Yes. I mean, maybe little shadows behind the columns as the light was cast, but other than that, yeah, the room is lit. And you've also seen this man show himself. Oh, I would love. You know what? The creature who appeared before you. I'll give you a stupid little icon. You're gonna get to see this guy. This is the black spider. You notice that his appearance is significantly different from the drow. You now actually could have seen that the appearance that the other one was taking on was more of a just a minion.
Oh.
Look at him. He fancy.
This guy looks
This is the black
older.
spider.
Okay.
He's got a cloak. He's holding a staff, a steel staff with a steel spider that holds at the top of it, standing before you. The gem, the hair, the whole bit.
So I tell
He
him,
looks pretty neat.
if we're making deals, I have no problem helping you kill these monsters. But Fendalin's off limits. Everything there stays safe. I know you have you minions of Grimouche here. Make sure those coming in and leaving Fandolin are not harmed. And that's my personal. I need that to happen to help you.
He raises a hand, calmly. Closes his eyes. The only reason I was in Fandolin was to keep the mines a secret to myself, to have no one else known it. You defeated several of my, let's say, several of the things impeding your path, and it became known. So I did what I had to do in order to keep possession of the mine. I'll leave Fandolin. It does not interest me in the slightest.
I guess I want to know that we're not inadvertently helping you to then create some sort of weapons in which you're going to do some sort of evil with.
I believe the concept of evil is a bit outdated. I'll of course use the weapons to fulfill my goals, just as I'm sure you would if you had access to the forge.
So when was the last time anyone?
I can't imagine any of us would go against our desires, and I won't ask that of you.
So I guess I understand. I get where you're coming from. With the concept of evil is a bit outdated. What's evil to one person could be totally valid to the next person. But I want to know: are innocents going to die? Are you going to be overthrowing, doing an uprising? Are you being attacked? Is your home being attacked by something and you need these to defend yourselves? There's a difference there.
The Dark and High Elves have been at war for many centuries. What happens once I produce these weapons for my homeland? It's impossible for me to tell you what will happen to all of them in the future. I suppose we could ask the gods for their divinations. But if they tell us that any creatures, innocent creatures may die, you're saying that we must fight.
What do you know about dragons?
I would wager a fair deal more. But enough of me. What brings you here other than a old contract with Gundren Rockseeker?
Well,
Do you come
basically,
at the behest of the Lord's Alliance? Are you here to avenge a loved one? He's basically asking, what's your deal?
my deal is I want to get paid.
Okay. He kind of then, after hearing Jerk say that, kind of like looks and gestures towards, Sparkle Gem. Making eye contact, Sparkle Gem. His eyes are cold, Sparkle Gem.
Hmm.
Give me a second. I'll speak.
Hmm.
He's gonna go around the table and ask everybody. So if you want to think it up, I can move to Bugbear. Oh God, what would Bugbear say? God, Joe,
Bugbear?
why aren't you here?
Bugbear, having been thinking really hard during this entire high-level conversation, like, wait, was Gundren actually here at any point? Like, and if he wasn't, who are we looking for?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know what to do. Like, I kind of want
I do.
Joe's answer to that. Let's go
It's like-
around to everybody else and then
It's like,
discuss if maybe this is where we want to pick up next time or something.
Mm-hmm.
This may be
Because-
where we want to pick up because I feel like Joe kind of needs to be here for this.
yeah,
It's so
that's
hard
fair.
for us. I
like-
don't even feel like I could accurately
No, Joe has
do
to
what
be here for
Bugbear's
this.
motivations are.
Then I'm-
Because I don't even know if Bugbear would have walked in this room, honestly, but we kind of just
Right.
play it this way.
Like I said, I feel like he would have kept his back at the entryway because these are creepy fucking spiders.
Well, yeah, once he came in the room and saw them, I don't know if that down, but we're kind of at this point. Do we just want to like?
Do we want to stop here and wait?
Do we want to stop here and wait for?
Yes.
I would say that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to do it, but this kind of comes into this whole like role playing thing, and like doing that for his character just feels weird at this thing at the end of the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are your motivations?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like Puber's answer might be something like, "Well, I'm here as an agent of the Lord's Alliance to defeat evil, and you."
Right? Like, I
Attacked
feel
him,
like he
you know?
could have. I feel
Alright.
like that could have been a thing already.
So yeah, we'll leave it
There's
off
4
here.
huge spiders.
So-
Is that fair?
Oh, did you also did you see my whisper to you, Jared?
Oh no, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, nice. Holy shit! All right. Okay, well we could do that.
I mean, I don't know what it does other than the fact that, like, can I say, like, as I'm smoking it, I kind of realize that, like I'm realizing that, like, oh, my smoke is coming out as like tiny dragons.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Because I forgot. Because you carry another pipe, and so
I had
putting
my
up
yeah.
the filigree pipe that you had
Yeah.
spent your time with too. And
Mhm.
yeah, you would, as you puff on it, it might look like a trick of magic to others, but the smoke does rise from it in the shape of dragons.
Sweet.
Shit. Oh, I gotta find him. Okay, hold on. Well, so yeah, so generally, like, we could be here, Taliesin. We can kind of wrap up this little bit of you lighting up the pipe too here.
Mm.
I just gotta find him. 'Cause he's gonna wake up. Because he's needed you to light this thing to wake up the whole time. I mean, we could even do it kind of. Yeah, it's just this last second. Shit! I did not think you'd sit and do this. Where are
Oh,
my
I know.
notes?
I didn't mean to throw you off, but I was just like,
That's all
yeah.
right.
I mean, I figure that if he found this new pipe, he would probably sit down once. This is the first time he'd have a moment to really sit there and like chill. So
Yeah.
probably be like,
All
I
this.
check out my new pipe.
Yeah, I went to use this fancy one because it is fancy as fuck.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Is he? Or did you hand that over?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. You guys are so loot happy. You just like loot everything.
Goddamn right.
You gotta give it to your party so that people know to keep sticking around.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I see. No, I mean, I that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, oh yeah, no, here, you guys can have some too.
Yeah.
I don't know where my notes went for this.
Were they like handwritten or?
Yeah, they're in a book. I'm literally paging through it right now.
No.
These didn't make it to the. So I dump into my other notes after I wrote it. So sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I would say that.
I'd wake up and just be like, hey. Like, I have a general idea of how he was, but I actually have his like personality and stuff written down. So we'll just do that next time too, I guess, because I'm taking
Okay.
forever for this.
Because I was gonna say, I think it was 3 or 4 sessions ago when I first found it.
Oh god, yeah, but I've been writing this for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how far, if that gives you an idea of how far back, but
Or even if I like wrote them in a weird place. I feel like that's what I did.
Final episode of the
But did you find that in
Adventure Zone
here?
Amnesty
I did.
is up.
Oh yeah, of a
Oh,
final
nice.
episode of one of their campaigns.
But yeah, it's a different game though. They're playing Monster of the Week now.
Yeah. Yeah, I found it in here. It was in the chest that that wraith thing was guarding.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then when we did like a short rest at some point, I kind of spent some time with it to figure out what the hell it did.
Yep. Yeah, you guys finally got that when you're in the smelting cavern.
Yeah.
Wild magic. There's where I decided the forge was wild magic. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I did with it. This is driving me crazy. Did I put them like really far away? Must have.
I mean, I don't know if you maybe when you were first deciding what would be in the chest or something.
No, it's when I got this thing about some point when I was like, oh yeah, I want to make sentient items. So it was a while ago. Oh yeah, okay, frog. Dream. There's your guys' one shot. In person. Spectator. Ha ha ha!
You find it?
Did. Jesus.
Nice.
Forever. Oh yeah, because he's a whole person. So basically, as you like, well, yeah. So you smoke the pipe. Yeah, you smoke the pipe. You see the little dragons come out, and in your mind, you hear. Oh man, how long was I out? And that's where we could kind of leave that off.
All right.
As
Sweet.
he wakes up, and yeah, okay, I found him. Yeah, I've got a lot written there's no time to do it too. Sorry that took me so long to find, but I do really appreciate you guys kind of like taking a step here because I know this is like a big moment, and we got like another 45 minutes that we would usually play. But there's just a part of me that hates this idea, and I think we've missed role played Bugbear, and it makes me a little sad.
I'm excited that we're getting a moment to like just really sit down and do some role playing. Figure out this guy's intentions, what we want to do. It's cool.
Yeah, he had
I
layers. He had
expected-
layers of protection in here.
Mm-hmm.
He had hidden spiders. He had the doppelganger, and he was invisible. He has
Yeah.
layers going for him.
If we would have just attacked, we would have just been fucked.
And that would have been stupid. So we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
If we would have run in and attacked, we would have deserved to die.
I was just
Um,
waiting to see if you guys were gonna go in the room.
Yeah. I mean,
You're also generally lucky that they don't like Yarno.
yeah.
That-
Like his death is mildly inconsequential to them. Like, yeah.
That's
Well,
good.
no, his deaths.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, even then, like he was just like reason for me not to trust you. You're like, oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Fair. Cool. All right. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
excited to learn about what the fuck I just woke up. Also, am I the only person that can do that?
Yes, it
Okay.
speaks to you in your mind. So the rest of the party does not know this thing. I will try to. I probably shouldn't have said anything, and I apologize.
No,
I
that's
was
fine.
so excited about it. I was so excited about it that I said it. I'll try and whisper for the rest of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Or
Yeah.
maybe we could jump into the other chat real quick sometimes or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is kind of hard to figure out how would you. I guess you would have to do a whisper chat or something, or switch to a different
Yeah.
voice chat.
He whispered
That's what I
to
did
me
for-
when it was the belt.
Yeah, it was the belt talking to Jerk. I
Yeah.
failed. I failed at you as a DM.
No, you're fine, man.
You made up for it though. All right. Well, I'm gonna shut the stream down. So
All
good
right.
night, internet.
Good night,
All right.
Internet.
Good night.